Hey guys, so I am half asleep already. Um, Getting ready to go to bed, but I needed to get on here and rant about something that pisses me off all the time. Cigarettes. Just in case anybody didn't know, cigarettes cost money. Now the reason that I've wanted to rant about this for a while is because I have this situation where I don't give cigarettes to strangers anymore unless they offer to pay for it. If they offer, I won't take their money. I'll give them a cigarette. If they don't even offer, no, I'm not giving you a cigarette. And here's why. I used to give cigarettes to people, and then one time I was outside of my apartment building and I had just lit a cigarette. I heard these guys coming down the street and they were kind of drunk, so I was like, trying to just stay within my gated area. And I noticed that they were coming through the gate, so I tried to just kind of slide past them. I was on my phone, and this guy says, can I have a cigarette? And I said no, and I was on the phone. And the reason I said no was because I was on the phone. I thought that was very rude of him to interrupt me. And uh, he's like, why? And I said, well, because cigarettes cost money. And then he said, well, I'll give you money. At this point, it didn't matter. He was being very rude. And I was like, well, no. And he said, you realize that I could take it from you. I said, you are physically going to take this cigarette from me? And he said, yeah. And he got very drunk. And his friend was like, come on, let's go. She's going to call the cops. And I was on my phone. I said, you know what? That's a great idea. And I told my friend, I said, these people are harassing me. Please call the police and send them to my address. And the guy's like, no, no, don't do that, don't do that. And he ends up dragging his friend off. Now, his friend had been very belligerent and harassing toward me in that small little exchange. He had said some very terrifying things. I was afraid to go outside to smoke for a while after that. So now I don't ever give cigarettes to strangers. And the point is that cigarettes do cost money. They're not free. The reason that I'm saying this today is because I got off the red line just a few minutes ago, and there was a guy standing. It's raining out. He was standing underneath of the platform, and he was smoking. And there were literally two guys, not one, but two guys, who just kind of crowded him. They're like, can I have a cigarette? And the guy's just kind of like looking at them, like confused the fact that two of them approached him at the same time. And he's like, you know what? I got one. You guys can share. And they're like, no, man, you're bogus. I wanted to say something so bad. Like, no, man, you're bogus. Cigarettes cost money. Obviously, you know this, or you wouldn't be bumming cigarettes. You would, just go get them. Obviously, you can't afford to buy an entire pack for yourself, so you're bumming them from other people. So you know that they cost money. Now, the thing is that if I see someone walking down the street and they've got like a six-pack of soda, I don't go up to them and go, hey, let me bum a soda, because it costs money. But people look at cigarettes as, like, I don't know, it's a choice. You choose to buy it. You're addicted to it. It's a negative thing. So what's the harm? It's not like it's something you need. Well, you know what? You don't need soda, and I still don't go up to you and say, hey, can I bum a soda? I wouldn't do that about anything. Neither would anybody else. It's only with cigarettes, and cigarettes cost money, especially in the city. In the city, they're expensive. They're anywhere from $8 to like $11 a pack. You want to bum a cigarette from me? Give me $1. Seriously, give me $1, and I'll give you a cigarette, because that's essentially about what I'm going to need to buy a new pack after I've finished bumming out my cigarettes. No, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. If you want a cigarette so bad, either offer to pay me for it or go buy your own pack. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Oh, I hate when people do that. I hate it. I don't understand. Like, I don't know. I guess they just assume that because you can afford to buy a pack that you can afford to throw them away. But that's just not true. Anyway, I feel like there's so much more ranting that could go on about this subject, but I'm too annoyed and I'm too tired and I just want to go to bed. So I'm going to bed. But that's my rant. If you are one of my viewers and you are someone who continuously bums cigarettes, stop it. Just stop it. Even from your friends. Okay, that's another thing. If you bum a cigarette from your friend, you need to get them back. You need to be like, okay, next time I have a pack, I'm going to give you one. Or you need to be like, after you've bummed so many, be like, let me buy the next pack for you. Don't just like take it for granted that they're always going to have some so then you can always bum one. They cost money. Oh, it's so frustrating. Yes, so if you're a person who continuously bums cigarettes, let me just offer this to you. uh, Offer the person money. Nine times out of 10, they're not going to take the money. It's the thought. It's saying, I am being considerate of you. Will you please be considerate of me? I really will give you this dollar for a cigarette if you would do me a solid and give me a cigarette, because maybe I just don't have enough to buy a whole pack today, or maybe I don't know, maybe I left my money in, at home and I couldn't buy a pack, or I don't know, you know, because there are times when I'm walking down the street and I'm like, you know what, I left my cigarette money at home and I don't have enough on my debit card, but I have this dollar. Maybe someone will do me a solid. Just frustrating. Don't don't do it. Don't continuously bum cigarettes. It's ridiculous. You actually save money. If you ended up paying for every single cigarette you bum, you'd save money buying packs. But anyway, it's just frustrating. So that's my rant. And